where you can put out information and an unknown candidate can now become the leader of a country on the basis of what you have out there and what's put out there. So you have to have a look at these platforms and then say to yourselves, is this an actual organic conversation? Mm-hmm. Are you actually having real people these, or is this giving politicians time to shine? They've planned it.
And that you have, you also have a take on that, especially the use of the bots.
Well, I think there's something called astroturfing, which is the idea of you planning or using bots to grassroots support, and that's been something that's been across the world, including in Jamaica, of course. And basically, it happens because as a politician or as a politics, you really want to show that you have a lot of supporters. And one of the easiest ways to do that, to encourage comments, because who comments first, right, is if you have comments already on a post. And it's not very expensive to do because AI has lowered the cost. It's not a complicated thing to do. So basically, you set out what type of comments that you want, and you can notice on any sort of post, either whether it's a newspaper post or any politician's post, that you see lots of comments on. They're saying similar or the same thing over and over, like it's on message. And if you click on a profile, and people can go on itself and see, and they say, oh, if I was all registered on the site, it has very, names like Keisha876 or Malcolm9210, and then it just says whatever the message of the day for either party. That's important because you really want to show that you have grassroots support. Right now, the election is going to be one based off base. I'm a new voter. I've only registered just this time to vote, and I only registered because when I saw Delano, he was the first person that ever looked and spoke like me. He's a young professional, and he was going to be the MP of my area. And I said, oh my God, I'm so excited. I get to vote for somebody who is a friend that I've known for, 3 or 4 years. Outside of that, it's just base. It's people who have voted before, and they're just trying to get a strength of force. So right now, on social media, you want to have as many comments as possible, and the easiest way to do that is just to have bots do it.
And Sophie, as we wrap up this conversation about social media and how we use it effectively in messaging. As we now look forward, or looking forward to when a new government is formed, how can, either party use or continue to use the platforms to pretty much keep citizens engaged, informed throughout?
Good question. Well, I started my digital agency back in the day in 2001, when people were probably voting, weren't even born, and of course incorporated social media in it back in 2007. So we're one of the first on a global scale to really get started with Vivo 360. But anyways, that's a fantastic question. You have to remain engaged. You cannot just use it as an opportunity for now just to get votes. It's a long-term battle, right? So you're going to have to really play your cards well, make sure you're listening to your constituency and responding, and not just waiting for election time to do so. So it's a long-term plan and goal that I hope both parties, no matter who wins today, really continues, and using software to help you with not just your conversation, but making sure that you're actually speaking to real people. And that's not difficult to do today. With the use of AI and other software tools, leaders can really help themselves and their teams who really organizes their messaging to help them know that they're speaking to real people and engaging with them. And real people know that that can reach their leaders truly. So it's a two-way street, and it's by no means a story that's going to be told just for an election. Continue to tell the story and interact and engage continuously. It's not a one-time thing, one and done. Keep it going, no matter the outcome.
Thank you so much, Sophie. And Mr. Paul, I'll give you the last word on this one as we wrap up this conversation about social media and the use of effective social media platforms during this time.
Well, I'm sure tonight you're going to see lots of videos of people crying, lots of videos of people screaming, lots of videos of people happy. And I want to say your right to choose whoever you want to be, the next Prime Minister and the next MP for your community. And no matter what happens, we all love each other in Jamaica, and it's going to be a good day. So if JLP wins, it's going to be a good day. If the PNP wins, it's going to be a good day. I do not know the Jamaican people to be wrong in any choice they've ever made. We cannot make a wrong choice because we're all voting what we feel is best for the country. So no matter what happens, tomorrow is a new day, and we can start again and continue with happiness and joy.
All right, so we're going to say goodbye to Mr. Poe and Sophie. I want to say thank you so much to Sophie. We are trying as best as possible to get the views from the diaspora. And as you would have seen, in addition to Sophie, you in these other videos. But we want to see your videos. So you can use the hashtag Vote2025, or I think the other hashtag is TVJ votes or TVJ election, something like that. I'm going to get it for you, and we want to see the video. So you can tag us and use the hashtag so that we can actually show some of what is happening in addition to what we have on this platform. Again, you would have seen some videos just now of persons in lines, and you know, this is what it looks like almost everywhere. And this, I was told, is in St. Thomas, but this was when the polling station had just opened. There you go. We see where the indoor agents here engaging with officials from the EOJ. But yeah, this is what has been happening across Jamaica. Again, these scenes were from very early. This too is in St. Thomas. The indoor agents are getting ready to receive persons. This, I think, is in St. James. We see lots of elderly persons in St. James.